So today I'm going to make a really delicious salad, and so doing that low carb thing, and I'm only having carbs once in a while. The carbs that come from the vegetables I'm not concerned with, so I'm just trying to stay away from, white flour. Trying to, if I get it, I'm getting it from a whole grain of some sort. So anyways, because you do need some. I don't want anybody thinking I'm not getting that, but I'm gonna make a red curry shrimp salad. And I thought, I'm gonna try this out. This is brand new. It's not something I do all the time. And so if this inspires you to stay with me and see how I do this, then let's go make some salad, because this sounded delicious to me as I made it up in my head. So we'll see, and I'll give you an honest opinion of it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I've got 16 20 count prawns or shrimp that I'm going to marinate in a red curry sauce and then cook them. I'm gonna let them cool and toss them with just a beautiful array of vegetables, and it's gonna be my salad for tomorrow. It's gonna be delicious. So, well, it's gonna be my salad for tonight. And so, if this inspires you, go ahead and look down in the description box below and maybe go hit my Facebook page, hit a thumbs up over there, and join in on the conversation, because I'm going to post that video over there. And then also go over, I'm on Pinterest now. You can go over there and see what I've got pinning on my boards and who I'm following and who's following me, I guess. I'm not sure how much you can see over there. And then, check out my Wild Tree website as well. There's great recipes, some gift ideas over there, some all natural, all organic products. So let's go make this beautiful red curry shrimp salad. Come on. All right, so I've got my prawns all peeled and deveined, and I'm sure most of you know how to do that. If not, at some point when I buy prawns to peel and devein, I'll show you how to do it. But you want to get your knife down that back side to open this up here, and there's a vein, and you want to get that all out and wash that out. I like to have them fully peeled so I don't have to mess with the tails. Now if I'm going to fry them, I leave the tails on so you have a handle to deal with. And I've got here to help me out, I've got some fish sauce, I've got some some rice vinegar, and it's a roasted garlic rice vinegar, chili flakes, and actually I'm going to add some Thai chilies to this to sit in this marinade as well, because we love Thai chilies, and if I can find them, and maybe not. I'll have to look for them. But I've got my red curry paste, and this is my favorite. I have not found one that rivals this one for me. Somebody might like something else better. I've got a little bit more lemongrass. There's lemongrass in here, but I got a little bit more, and a little bit more ginger, some of my home ground, home dehydrated garlic powder, and we're gonna get to mixing. So we're gonna marinate this shrimp or prawns. I call them prawns, but I guess if you're on the Gulf, prawns come pretty large. I didn't know that. Okay, so I'm going to put a healthy tablespoon of garlic in my marinade. And if you get a clump, you just break it up. It'll break up on its own, but okay, garlic done. Then we want, let's see, we're going to do, maybe half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, because I am going to find those Thai chilies and I'll put them in there as well, because I like it spicy. And we need some ginger. You could do fresh grated ginger. I want to use this up. So I've got about an inch little squirt of that ginger paste that you buy in the produce section. Now this is lemongrass, and it is so much easier than the real lemongrass, because that can be a pain. Okay, take my little opener off here, and I want a big squirt of that. I love lemongrass. So about an inch and a half of that. It comes out in like a ribbon. And then we're going to start the measuring process. I'm going to measure a tablespoon of fish sauce. This is the salty content for this. Try to do it right-handed, because you guys all know I'm a lefty, right? I like the lid on this because it lets you measure it out instead of just pouring it out. So now we've got our fish sauce. It adds that salty richness, and just honestly, it's going to deepen the flavor of the seafood and your dish. Okay, now we're moving on to the rice vinegar. Rice vinegar, I would like 1/4 cup of, well, let's do 1/8 cup. We may come back, no, I think I need a whole 1/4 cup. 1/4 cup of that rice vinegar. And then what I did, this was about, 1/3 jar of this Thai seasoning, and I added some warm water to it and broke it all up, or Thai paste, because this curry paste is super thick, and I needed to thin it down a little bit, and I'm probably gonna thin it even more here. Smells amazing. Get a little water in there. And I'm just swirling that around in the jar now, just to get the rest of it out. We don't want to waste anything. Okay. Those jars, if you are into repurposing, they make really nice little spice jars. You can decorate them. You can make your own spices and give them away. It's pretty nice. Okay, so I'm going to get my spoon out of here and get to whisking. I'm just going to whisk this a little bit, and that's all there is to it. Now, at this point, you could give it a little bit of a taste and see what you've got. I'll get my grandson's spoon here. And as with any marinade, it's always going to be a little bit different than after it's cooked, because the flavors haven't had a chance to really get developed yet. And when they're cooked, they taste different. Garlic isn't as strong, that kind of stuff. And here's my little Thai chilies. I'll put, 4 or 5 of those down there. Maybe 6. We'll put 6 of those. And those can break down as well. I get these at World Market. They're delicious. Okay, now we're going to pour our marinade down over our shrimp. Let me see what you can see. Maybe I'll get you closer so you can really see what's going on now that we're done. And shrimp are so good if you're watching your weight. I have really good cholesterol, so I don't have to worry about cholesterol, but I'm challenged with maintaining a healthy weight for me. And so I really try to eat as good as I can. So I'm just gonna give these a good zhuzh around the pool. And now we're gonna let these sit. I'm gonna let these marinate, and I'm gonna marinate them in the refrigerator because I'm not quite ready to make my salad. I'm gonna get the other vegetables all chopped up, and we'll get that together. And I'll bring you back when I'm get ready to cook these off, because I'm gonna cook them off, then I'm gonna cool them down to mix them in with my vegetables, because it's really gonna be a delicious cold salad. All right, I'll be back. All right, you guys, so now I've got my veg pretty much all cut up here. I've got, maybe 1/4 of a large red onion, a whole English cucumber, a whole red bell pepper, and I get those little baggies of organic baby carrots, and I just sliced all of them in half, and to use those up. 1 finely diced jalapeno, and, ooh, this is gonna be so good. Delicious. Okay, so then I've got some cilantro right here, and I'm only going to take about 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons of that, about half of what I've got here on the board. This is going to be left for the dressing, so we're going to move this board out of the way, and I'll put the dressing together. It's going to be simple and delicious, but full of flavor. And look how pretty this salad is already. Who doesn't want to eat that? I mean, honestly, that's like tossed beauty. That's just gorgeous already. And so you've got all those colors in there, and the flavors of the sweet to the spicy, and that's really what we're going for. And then we're gonna add in that red curry, and it's just gonna become delicious. So what I'm gonna do for my dressing is, let me get my bowl here. It's a pretty simple dressing. I'm kind of sharing a first recipe with you guys, which I don't do very often, but sometimes I do. Most of the time I've tested this out, but you know, I found that my palate usually knows exactly what I like, and so I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you in. Actually, I'm gonna put a cover on those veggies, and then I'll bring you back as we get this going. So let's get making our dressing. I've got my 2 tablespoons or so of cilantro down here. I have got my garlic, roasted garlic, all natural, low sodium, low calorie, no fat rice vinegar. And we're gonna put a good 1/4 cup of that in there. Oh, that's gonna be good. I gotta love rice vinegar, right? Okay. Then we're gonna have, let me put my little strainer on there to hold my stuff. And then we're gonna have, about 1/8 cup of low sodium soy sauce. That's gonna add your salt, so you don't need any salt at all. And then we're gonna set this on a napkin or 2, just to hold that aside there. I'm also gonna zest 2 limes that I've washed, and you wanna make sure that you wash your limes for any beginners that are out there. Pesticides would be on the outside of these if they are putting pesticides on them. Any of your citrus, you wanna really wash it if you're gonna zest it. So, even if you're just gonna cut through it, I think you should wash. I get a veggie wash at, you can get it at Walmart. It's really simple. It's like a soap for vegetables. You spray it on, rub it around, and rinse it off. There you go. So I'm doing the zest of 2 limes because that's a big salad. And I really want that flavor punch without the mess. Oh well, real life here. Doesn't matter. Okay. So we're gonna get all that zest of these 2 limes and the juice of both of these limes. So, okay. If you don't have a microplane, most graters have a zesting side. I think that's probably good. That smells so good. You don't want to get any of that white pithy part. You want to stay off of that. That can be very bitter and could ruin your dish. In this case, our dressing. So I just get as much of that as I can off of there. I'm going to set that aside. Get my little cutting board for this and make sure you're still in view. You are. Let's get my little cutting board and stuff right there. How's that? Let's bring you in a little closer. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna cut these limes in half. And I'm just gonna grab my little paring knife. Sometimes the limes the skin can be tough. And you might want to roll them a little bit to get that, the little pockets opened up a little bit so they'll let go of that juice a little easier. These limes have actually been in my refrigerator for a few days, so let me see if I can do this right-handed. So I've got this reamer, and I'm going to put my strainer over the top because I don't want any seeds going in there, even though limes, most of the time, they don't have a lot of seeds. The smoother the skin I have found on a lime, the juicier they are. Okay, I'm gonna get this. And as soon as I get these all juiced, I'll bring you right back and we'll get to adding the oil to this because it's like a vinaigrette. Okay, so I got those 2 limes juiced. They weren't the juiciest limes on the planet, that's for sure, but you know what? That's all I have, so that's what I'm gonna have to do. I could add some extra lime juice if I need it, but I'm gonna see if I need it. Now I've got some all natural flavored grapeseed oil, and this is a small bottle. Generally I use these for tastings, but it was handy. It doesn't have any flavoring in it, but I want to use the grapeseed oil. It's healthy. And we're going to just add this in and start whisking and emulsifying it. Oh, it smells really, really good right now. Grapeseed oil, olive oil, and coconut oil are your healthiest options as far as oils go. And I think this is a good mix, but I'm gonna give it a taste test. Probably gonna add some salt and pepper to this, but we'll see. And remember, it's gonna be coating everything. It's not gonna be swimming in it. Ooh, that lime and the light, beautiful grapeseed oil. This oil has such a lofty, light flavor just in itself. It's just delicious. And you'll notice that my grapeseed oil, Wild Tree's grapeseed oil, is green because that's really how it comes. The stuff that's yellow in the store, I don't know what they're doing to it, but anyway, I really think this is perfect. It's light and delicious. Remember, we've got that marinade going on that shrimp that's like standing out on its own. We don't want to overpower anything, and we just want to keep it really simple and light. So I'm going to cover this, put that in the refrigerator, and now we're going to get to grilling our shrimp. Okay, so we're going to get our pan up here hot, and we're going to put it on high. I don't really need it any higher than that. Here's our shrimp that's been marinating in the refrigerator for, oh gosh, 2.5 hours. And this isn't anything that's going to actually cook this shrimp, so you don't have to worry about it. There's no lime juice in this part of it. If there was, you know, some acidity from citrus, you might have to worry about it actually cooking like ceviche, but we don't have that going on. So these shrimp are still very raw, and you can see that by their color. But they've been in this sauce, and I am so excited to toss this in my salad with that dressing. I can't even tell you how excited I am. Flavored grapeseed oil. I don't want anything that's going to change the flavor of this. So we're only going to use the natural flavor. So that doesn't have any flavoring, but it's really buttery on your palate. I said lofty in another video. I said something else. It's just a light, and even though it doesn't taste like butter, they have a butter flavor. It has that really light, buttery consistency on your palate is what I want to say. So anyways, as soon as this pan gets up to speed, we'll be back and we'll be putting this shrimp on. Okay, so here we go. You know this is hot because it's smoking. And I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I don't need this to be up to the smoke temp for this oil. I'm going to use the natural grapeseed oil. And we're going to just put that down there. I don't need a lot, I hope. And we're just going to pull these prawns out of here one by one. Let the excess marinade get off of those. They aren't going to take long. And oh my gosh, I'm excited. This salad is going to be so good. So you could do this with chicken if you don't like seafood. I have a friend that won't eat anything out of the water. But you could do it with chicken. You could do it with pork, beef, anything you want, really. Come on. It doesn't have to be shrimp. I just am really partial to shrimp and seafood, and It's good for my palate to keep the flavor in my diet, because right now I'm really watching what I'm doing. So I am going to crowd these a little bit because I don't want to have to do 2 batches. So now we're going to turn this back up and get it up to speed. Get the rest of these shrimp in here. And, oh, I'm excited. I think I can move them all in there. I could have used a little bit bigger pan, but you know what? It's all good. No worries, no worries. And then I've got the last shrimp going in there right there, but I want to fish out, because I kind of want them to brown up. My little Thai peppers, I'm going to get those out of there. I'm not wasting them. They're going right in that. And you know that shrimp don't take that long. They only take a couple of minutes. As soon as they start that pretty color, it smells amazing. So now I have my finished product. I have these vegetables that have been waiting for this beautiful salad to come together. Oh, you can't even believe. So I have my Chef John freakishly small spoon and my new bamboo spatula that I love, that I got at World Market. And I have my shrimp here in a frosty bowl that I put these in the freezer just for about 15 minutes, just to cool them off, because I really need them cold right now. I need them cold. And look at this salad. It's starting to take shape, right? Whoops. Are we losing stuff? Nope, not yet. So now what I need to do is I'm going to whisk my dressing together. Now, I added about 3 tablespoons of the marinade into this dressing that I marinated the shrimp in. And we're going to dress this salad. We're just going to pour that right over the top. And this was the marinade before the shrimp were in there. It's not like I used old marinade. And then we toss this around. Don't lose anybody. And if you do, it's okay to retrieve, kind of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to retrieve that cucumber, wipe my counter off, because that will make me crazy. And this is another low-carb meal, for sure. And don't feel guilty about eating this. You can have this. It's high in protein. It's absolutely full of flavor. It's got spicy. It's got sweet. It's absolutely wonderful. So we're going to grab some of these veg and top it with those prawns. And let's show off this dish. Now, I don't think that I'll put any, I think that, I honestly think this is just perfect the way it is, actually. I don't think it needs anything else. It's got the jalapeno, it's got everything it needs. So, now that we've got it all dished up, let's have a little bite and see what's happening. Oh, look at that beautiful cucumber. Look at those prawns. Oh my goodness. Better take a picture. Let's take a bite of this. I've got these crispy vegetables. I've got some, let's see, red bell pepper. I have, take a bite of that. Ooh, there's a prawn or a shrimp. And some cucumber. And oh my gosh, that dressing is to die for. Here we have red pepper, cucumber, and a shrimp. Wow, that is to die for. I apologize for all the chewing. That is so amazing. And I am going to have this for lunch. Well, actually, I'm going to have this for dinner tonight, and I'm going to have it for lunch tomorrow. And I don't have to feel guilty about all this flavor. I don't have to feel guilty about anything. So I hope this inspires you to come back next time. Maybe inspires you to make this dish on your own. Try something new and healthy. And you know what? Maybe you make it Linda's Pantry. And if you do, send me a message. Let me know how you like it. If you really like this, give me a thumbs up and post it on your Facebook page. Okay, guys? As always, I can't wait to see you next time. I've got some fabulous recipes coming up. And, all right, guys, God bless.